Alright, so today we're going to be going over a super useful prompt, especially for things like school or even for work, where basically this prompt is designed to basically help ChatGPT interpret any PDF you upload and summarize it and then eventually test you on the PDF itself. So this prompt is extremely beginner friendly. All you have to do is copy it, hit paste, hit enter, obviously upload the PDF, and answer the series of questions that you get the most out of the prompt. So you can use this prompt in a standard chat, but we like to use projects mode on this channel simply because it helps keep things nice and organized, as well as keeping your ChatGPT memory hygiene nice and clean. As you can see here in projects mode, you have the project only memory option. That way the memories from the project doesn't intertwine with other chats, and memories from outside chats don't come into this specific project. So we're going to go ahead and do PDF summary and test. And we're going to create a project with this in mind. All right, now you can go ahead and paste the prompt. And like I said, this prompt is extremely beginner friendly. It's designed to really just help you get to the point and have it prepared to test you on PDFs, whatever the PDF includes. And you can get this prompt from the description of this video or the pinned comment, depending what YouTube allowed us to do. But like I said, you basically copy it, hit paste, and then finally hit enter. You can change things if you like, but it's just basically designed to set us up for the the intake questions are essentially designed to help us, or at least help ChatGPT understand what we're trying to do with the PDF in this case. So for instance, paste upload the document text, or tell me which pages, sections to use. So now I'm going to go ahead and upload the PDF. And I'm going to answer the rest of the intake questions so that it has as much detail as possible. And then I'll, instead of going through each question individually here, I'm going to go through them on my own, and then we'll go over them super quick. That way we're not spending the entire video answering questions. Alright, so I went ahead and answered the super simple intake questionnaire. Now this is just to give you guys an example of how this would work. So you would upload as the first intake question the document of whatever it is you want summarized. In this case, I used a proxy document about password managers just for, just as a general idea here. And then the prompt proceeds with the intake question number 2, basically asking what is the goal. So I went ahead and just said a quick understanding, but if you're, let's say you're trying to prepare for an exam, you can do exam prep, you can do teach it back, extract key points, or if there's something else that you want to do, you can even just mention that and it would understand it. Intake question number 3, it basically asks how long we want the summary. I just said 10 bullets. Intake number 4 was basically the difficulty level of what we'd be dealing with. If you want a more advanced testing, skill level, you can click advanced. You can do beginner. I just said intermediate in this case. Next, it goes ahead and asks the testing style. I went ahead with mixed, but you can do multiple choice, short answer. It's up to you. Then we get how many questions in total. I said 30 just to make it as long as possible. You could probably even do longer if you like, but this is just to get the gist. And then any focus areas, I just said random. But if there's something you want to, hyper focus on, for instance, for a test or for an exam, or something you want to be teaching to other people in general, you can basically tell it right there and it would understand that. So finally we get it here. So this is the summary. We see here a 5-bullet summary, basically a TLDR. Password managers create and store strong, unique password encrypted vault. Basically goes over pros and cons, the key concepts in 10 bullets, definitions we should focus on, which if you're doing testing, that's fantastic. Most testable points, it basically gives us a top 10, common confusions, and goes over it so we understand what it is specifically. Then we get flashcards for our study prep if we are indeed studying. For instance, what is a master password? Tells us unlocks the vault. And it gives us a whole flashcard presentation that we can actually practice studying with. So we scroll down a bit further, and then we actually get a test of 30 questions. So it presents us this as a whole. And then we have the answer key that we can go over as such. It gives us the questions, then the answers. So that's basically our preparation. Then we can finally, after this happens, we can say, test me, and I'll quiz you one question at a time, adapt to weak spots, and track your score. So that way you can actually practice whatever document it is. It'll test you on it and test you in different ways, as well as allowing you to practice with study questions ahead of time. So this is a fantastic prompt if you're trying to basically study a PDF document or prepare for a presentation or anything requiring some sort of document read, because ChatGPT will basically summarize it for you, break down every point, give you flashcards, and then ultimately test you on it to make sure you genuinely understand the content. So once again, all you'd have to do is copy the prompt, hit paste, hit enter, Answer all of the questions as descriptively as possible, and make sure that you upload the appropriate documentation. Even if it's multiple PDFs, doesn't make a difference. And at that point, you're basically good to go. It's extremely beginner friendly, and if you guys want the prompt, it's in the description of the video or the pinned comment. But I just hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.